Imagine walking into a cavern older than your entire civilization. Gold covers the floor. A dragon waits above you. Instead of attacking, it asks your name. Imagine, for a moment, you come face to face with a dragon. Not a monster, but a being of immense intelligence and power. Could you truly be friends? This is not just a fantasy tale. This is a deep dive into the ethical questions that appear when you think about a bond with a creature ancient and formidable beyond human comprehension. What responsibilities would you bear? What hidden dangers might exist in such an extraordinary friendship? In this video, we are going to explore the ethics of befriending a dragon. We will look at what dragons are in your setting. We will talk about power, consent, politics, and even religion. By the end, you will have tools to design dragon friendships that feel believable and that can drive stories in your worlds. This channel is all about world building that treats your settings as real places. So today we are going to treat dragon friendship as if it is a real social and moral event in your world. Not just a cool scene, not just a quest reward, a relationship that changes everything around it. First, we need to frame the question. What do we actually mean when we talk about befriending a dragon? There are at least 3 broad types of relationship people tend to imagine with dragons. One is the companion. This is the version where the dragon is a close personal friend and ally. You talk, you argue, you share experiences. You might travel together or work together. Second is the patron. In this version, the dragon funds you, guides you, or sponsors your projects. It gives you knowledge, resources, or protection and expects something back. Third is the weapon. Here, the dragon is treated as a strategic asset. Rulers want it on their side. Armies fear it. Your relationship becomes a military and political issue the moment anyone finds out. In your story or campaign, your dragon friendship might be a mix of these. The key point is that as soon as a dragon becomes a person in your setting, not just a beast, the relationship becomes an ethical puzzle. So before we can judge whether this friendship is healthy or disturbing, we need to answer a basic question. What kind of dragon are we dealing with? Dragons are not a single fixed concept. In one setting they may be wise scholars, in another they may be territorial predators that happen to talk, in another they may be almost like natural disasters that can make plans. Start with intelligence. Ask yourself how intelligent your dragons are compared to humans. Are they roughly equal in reasoning? Are they far beyond human understanding? Are they strange and focused on ideas humans barely care about? Next, look at time. How long do dragons live in your world? Do they live for many human lifetimes? Do they remember the rise and fall of civilizations? If so, your entire life may look short and fragile to them. Then consider culture. Are there many dragons that share a culture, language, and history? Do they have laws or customs about interacting with humans? Or is your dragon almost alone, cut off from others of its kind? Finally, think about morality. Does the dragon have a moral framework at all? Does it understand concepts like fairness, loyalty, and guilt in a way humans would recognize? Or does it operate on instincts like territory, trade, and long-term plans with no interest in human ideas of right and wrong? Before you can ask whether you should be friends with a dragon, you have to ask what the word friend means for this creature. If it thinks in centuries, your entire life might be a small part of one of its projects. In your own setting, decide whether dragons are more like ancient scholars, isolated tyrants, guardians of regions, or remote planners who treat continents as their sphere of action. Leave a comment with what kind of dragon you use and how it thinks about time and other species. Now let us get to the core problem: power. A friendship with radically unequal power is not simple. You already know this from real life. Friendships between a boss and an employee or a teacher and a student can be complicated. There is always a question of whether the weaker side can speak honestly. Now scale that up to a dragon. This is a being that may be able to destroy cities. It may be able to wipe out armies. It may be able to fly into your capital in an hour. It may have a horde that can pay off national debts. If you cannot safely say no to someone, can you truly say yes? That is the central question of any friendship with a dragon. From the human side, the dragon may feel like a constant pressure. You might worry that any disagreement could trigger anger or disappointment that you cannot survive. You might filter your own words without even noticing. From the dragon side, you might barely register how much power you hold. For you, lifting a finger may save or destroy thousands of lives. You may think you are just being kind or firm. From the human side, it looks like your friend controls their future. As a world builder, you can decide how your setting responds to this. Maybe ancient treaties limit what dragons can do. Maybe there are magical contracts that bind both dragon and human. Maybe there are organizations of mediators trained to handle dragon alliances. You could build customs where dragons agree never to act on important affairs without going through neutral parties. You can imagine councils that include both dragons and humans. All of these are tools to reduce the power imbalance, but they will never erase it. Next, we need to talk about consent, autonomy, and manipulation. These are big topics in real ethics. They become even more intense when one side is a dragon. Imagine a dragon decides it likes you. It gives you rare books, enchanted items, or land. It protects your town from threats. It recommends you to kings and scholars. The next time you make a choice, you might ask yourself a quiet question. Am I doing this because I want to? Or am I doing this because my dragon friend expects it? If I refuse, what will happen to my family, my city, my career? From the dragon perspective, this might feel very small. Maybe it gave you one piece of treasure from a mountain of wealth. Maybe it took an hour to speak to the king on your behalf. For the dragon, this is nothing. For you, it changes your entire life. This mismatch of scale is an ethical problem. If one side can reshape the other side's life with minor effort, it is very hard to know whether the human choices are truly free. There is also the question of how the dragon sees you. Does it see you as a peer? Does it see you as a student, a pet, a useful contact, or a rare curiosity? Friendship feels very different in each of those cases. If the dragon does not really understand human vulnerability, it may be unable to give real consent as humans understand it. It may agree to a friendship without realizing how much it will dominate your life. You may agree to a friendship without understanding what long-term expectations the dragon has. A useful story device here is a pact or contract. You can imagine a scene where the human and the dragon set rules. For example, the dragon will not directly intervene in human politics without explicit permission, or the human will not ask the dragon to fight in wars, or they will meet only at set times to reduce constant pressure. These rules create space for autonomy. They also create tension when the rules are tested. That tension is excellent for telling a story and for exploring ethics in your world. Now let us zoom out and look at the wider society. Because even if your friendship with a dragon is perfectly healthy in private, the rest of the world has to deal with it. Imagine you and your dragon friend make a public appearance in a major city. You land in the central square. People see a familiar human and a massive dragon beside you. Do you think anyone there cares that your friendship feels honest and warm? Most of them will see a strategic threat. They will see a weapon that can fly and breathe destruction. They will see a new factor that can decide wars and politics. Rulers will react. Some will try to recruit you. Some will try to control you. Some will plan ways to separate you from the dragon. Some will plan to eliminate you before the balance of power changes. Religions will react too. Some will declare dragons sacred. Some will call them demons or blasphemous beings. Some will see your friendship as a sign or omen. You might become the focus of cults, heresy trials, or pilgrimages. Regular people will also build stories around you. In some regions, you might become a folk hero. In others, you might be seen as a collaborator with a dangerous creature. Merchants might follow your dragon friend to profit from the trade that appears wherever it lands. Refugees might flee areas that fear a dragon attack. This is a good moment to ask world-level questions. Are there existing treaties about alliances with dragons? Are there churches with official positions on dragons as friends? Are there black markets for dragon favors, dragon blood, or access to dragon knowledge? You can pause the video and take notes on how your setting might handle these questions. This turns one friendship into a whole network of laws, myths, and social changes. To make all of this concrete, let us walk through a few case study scenarios. You can steal these for your own stories or campaigns. Case study 1. The Lonely Scholar. A young historian climbs a mountain in search of lost records. At the top, they find an ancient dragon who remembers entire forgotten eras. The dragon is bored and lonely. It agrees to talk. They become friends through long conversations. The dragon describes extinct languages, old cities, and lost inventions. The historian writes it all down. They return home with the greatest source of knowledge anyone has ever seen. Soon the historian becomes famous. Kings, universities, and temples visit to hear these stories. The historian publishes books based on the dragon's memories. Here is the ethical problem. Did the historian betray the dragon's trust by sharing everything? Did the dragon understand that these private conversations would reshape the world? If the world now treats the historian as a prophet, is that fair? Is the friendship still equal when one of them becomes a public figure and the other stays hidden? Case study 2. The weaponized friendship. A small kingdom is under threat from a stronger neighbor. You are the trusted human friend of a nearby dragon. The ruler begs you to ask the dragon for help in an upcoming war. If you persuade the dragon to fight, it can end the war in a day. It can burn the invaders and smash their armies. It can save your people. If you refuse, your kingdom may fall. Your family and friends may die. You might be blamed forever for not using your connection. If you agree, you are responsible for every life the dragon takes in that war. You turned a friend into a military solution. You used the trust between you as political leverage. Is that ethical? Does the dragon fully understand the human politics behind your request? Does the dragon become a ruler in all but name after that? Does your friendship survive when everyone now sees the dragon as a national asset instead of a person? Case study 3. The dragon that adopts human ethics. A dragon has spent centuries acting without concern for human morality. It takes what it wants, it moves where it wants, it ignores human borders and religions. Then it befriends a human who challenges it. Over time, it begins to feel guilt, empathy, and responsibility in a new way. It decides to change its behavior. It stops raiding. It starts offering help. From one view, this is a story of growth and redemption. From another view, it raises a different ethical question. Did the human just overwrite an ancient mind with local human values? Is this moral progress or a kind of cultural pressure on a non-human species? Stories like this let you explore questions about identity, change, and influence through fantasy in a clear way. Now let us turn this into a practical toolkit. Here is a checklist you can use to design dragon friendships in your own world. First question, what does friendship mean to the dragon?
Is it a formal oath? Is it a casual habit? Is it a rare bond that it will only ever have a few times in its life? Does it expect loyalty, obedience, honest argument, or something else? Second question, what limits exist on the dragon's power? Are there magical costs to its actions? Are there rival dragons who will intervene if it oversteps? Are there gods or cosmic rules that hold it in check? Are there social agreements with human kingdoms? Third question, what can the human safely refuse? Can the human say no to a request without fearing for their life? Can they walk away from the relationship? Can they criticize the dragon in private? Can they criticize the dragon in public? Fourth question, how does the rest of society label this relationship? Do people see you as a hero, a traitor, a priest, or a threat? Do governments recognize official dragon ambassadors? Do religious groups try to control the relationship? Fifth question, what is the worst thing that could happen because of this friendship? Could it start a war? Could it crash an economy? Could it split a religion? Could it lead to a law that affects all humans or all dragons? Sixth question, what is the best possible outcome of this friendship, and what must both sides sacrifice to reach it? Maybe the best outcome is peace between species. Maybe it is a new field of shared knowledge. Maybe it is a model of equality that changes how your world thinks about power.
Let us summarize. Befriending a dragon is never just two people spending time together. It is a moral event. It reshapes power. It reshapes politics. It reshapes how your world understands responsibility and loyalty. When you design a dragon friendship, you are really deciding what your setting believes about power and love. You are deciding whether immense power can ever sit alongside genuine equality. You are deciding how far influence can go before it becomes control. In the comments, tell me what kind of dragon you would dare to befriend in your world. Tell me what unexpected result would follow from that friendship. Does your dragon gift you knowledge or armies or something stranger? How does your world react? If you enjoyed this ethical deep dive, consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. It helps more people find these long-form world-building discussions. Next time we are staying with the theme of ethics and power, but we will change the scale. We will look at the morality of summoning small spirits and familiars and asking them to serve you, fight for you, and maybe die for you. So if you want to know whether your wizard is a kind employer or a terrible boss, stay tuned.